Apparently, I've never built this deck before, and my grandpa's sitting there playing the Powerball. Hello everybody, welcome to Nerd Lab. My name is Brian, and today we have a special deck for you. My favorite card in Foundations, we're building around it, Hare Apparent. I stumbled into this deck being the most consistent deck by far that I have ever built. 95% of the time I play this deck, I'm winning on turn 5. It's insane, it's crazy, it's Hare Apparent. And don't forget, we're almost at the end of our Dominator Remastered 2K giveaway. All you got to do is like, subscribe, and put nerd, N-E-R-D nerd, into the comments down below. Before we reveal the commander, let's talk about Hare Apparent itself. It is a 2-mana creature, a 1 and a white. It is a rabbit noble that says whenever this creature enters, create a number of 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to the number of other creatures you control named Hare Apparent. But it also says a deck can have any number of cards named Hare Apparent. And this is the part we're really going to exploit. In fact, we are running 55 copies of Hare Apparent in this deck. But who's our commander? That is a great question. Our commander is none other than Balin the Haymaker. We're staying on theme because Balin is a 3-mana, red, green, and white rabbit warrior creature, which reads, tap 2 untapped tokens you control, add 1 mana of any color. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control, draw a card. Or tap 4 untapped tokens you control, put 3 +1/+1 counters on Balin the Haymaker. It gains trample until end of turn. Before we go any further, let's get into our ramp. We're really not running much as far as ramp goes, but we are running Lotus Petal, because getting out a Hare Apparent on turn 1 and turn 2 before we drop Balin could be really big. It could also mana fix us for our commander if we really need it. We're also running a Soul Ring, and that's to enable us to get 2 Hare Apparents out on turn 2, or an ideal hand, it'll get us into a turn 1 Pearl Medallion. Pearl Medallion is insane in this deck. It's going to mean every Hare Apparent only costs 1 mana. This is going to enable us to cast so many Hare Apparents, giving us so many tokens, and not only giving us tons of mana, but also tons of card draw. Just for fun and efficiency, I did throw one of my favorite cards in here, Skull Clamp. With over half the deck being Hare Apparents, clamping 1 rabbit to draw 2 cards is almost guaranteed to get you into another Hare Apparent. But if you don't get that 1 card in the deck, all you need is Balin himself. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control and draw a card. You are going to make hundreds if not thousands of rabbit tokens consistently. All you need is some synergy. Honestly, the only card we need in this deck is Hare Apparent. If you wanted to run 67 Hare Apparents, 32 lands, and Balin, I would not blame you. It would still work. But this is all assuming that people let you do what you want to do without blowing up your board. But if someone does come in with that dreaded board wipe, we're putting in Raise the Past. Return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. At this point, they're almost doing you a favor. You're going to return all the Hare Apparents from your graveyard to the battlefield at the same time. So they're all going to see each other, giving you so many tokens. So many. So honestly, the only thing we're doing in this deck is playing tons of Hare Apparents, getting tons of rabbits, and using them to fuel Balin's engine. But how do we win? Well, that brings us to our win con. All we need is a haste enabler like Fervor. In this deck, you end up drawing your entire deck, and so you really only need 1 in here, but you can have 2 just in case someone blows it up. You play it, you make 1,000 rabbits, and then you swing in for the win. But just in case somebody's playing Pillow Fort, we're also going to throw in Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. 1,000 rabbits, 1,000 damage to each opponent. That should get you the win. But just in case that life gain player is up to 1,000,000 life, you can still tap thousands of rabbits and give Balin +1/+1 counters and trample and go in with commander damage. Honestly, this deck has everything. especially Hare Apparents. This has been my Hare Apparent Deck Tech. Please leave some comments down below. Let me know who you're building your Hare Apparent deck around. Did I make any mistakes? Or just let me know how much better it is than Adam's Wolverine deck. But thanks again, and until next time, embrace the chaos.